Hey everybody. So I've had a few folks ask me if I give lessons or have any online lesson content. I do give lessons occasionally, Skype lessons or what have you. Let me know, shoot me a message, be glad to work something out. But anyway, I don't really have any online lesson content, but hoping maybe I'll actually remedy that today. And I thought maybe I would just play a lick and just kind of put that into context, break it down, talk about its constituent parts, and yeah, see if that's something that'll be helpful to anybody out there. And we'll take it from there. You guys can comment below, let me know if it's something that's helpful, something you like, and maybe I'll do more. Anyway, here goes. This is a lick in D, and I'll just play the lick a couple of times, and I'll slow it down, play it slow a couple of times, and then we'll just talk about it. We'll see what happens. All right? Again. And slower. Still. All right, so let's talk about that a little bit. So essentially it's a blues lick, as you can good and well hear. There's a little bit more going on there, little more harmonic content. Let's start with pretty much what all of this stuff is based on, which is, you know, you've got your blues pentatonic, you've got your blues scale, right, with that flat 5 in there. Anyway, that lick is based off of the Mixolydian scale mode. So I don't know, if you don't know a lot about scale modes, I won't go into all that right now. Comment below, let me know if you want me to do a lesson on scale modes. Let's start with this. You should know your scale, your basic major scale, your Ionian scale, if you will. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. All the Mixolydian scale is that scale, but the natural 7 is lowered to a flat 7. So instead of, you've got right. That is the Mixolydian scale mode. Very, very helpful when it comes to the whole kind of jam bandy, I don't know, Fish sort of thing, you know, that whole kind of just jam band blues, pseudo jazz sort of thing, right? Hey guys, so I was just editing the video and then realized I missed a really key point in all of this with the whole Mixolydian thing. The reason this scale mode is so useful is just because, I mean, it's a major scale for all intents and purposes, but the fact that it's got the 3rd and the flat 7 in there, this kind of tritonal part thing, it just lends itself really, really well to any kind of major blues sounding vibe. If you've got a vamp going that's just kind of anything along those lines, this is going to work really great for that. Hopefully that helps. It just makes your blues playing a little bit more colorful. Just as much as going from your pentatonic to your blues scale, adding that one note makes such a big difference and opens up a world of possibilities. Same thing with this, changing that scale and adding in the flat 7 instead of the natural 7 opens up so many possibilities. The key, what I try to do with most of my playing anyway, is to mix those things up, particularly those 3 things. With a lot of my playing, I try to mesh them together. They go hand in hand, and I just try to blend and weave, duck and weave and bob in between all of them. I may do something as simple as right, and then right, and I'm just taking these 3 scales, these 3 types of scales, and mixing them all together. So this lick is kind of taking those 3. This is very indicative of the. Let me just go over the lick, and I speak in terms of scale degree. So bear with me. I don't talk much about fret positions, and don't speak in tab form, if you will. Let's talk about this lick. It starts on the flat 7 of, we're in D. So if you think about this whole form right here, we're starting on the flat 7. And we're doing an arpeggio over this Mixolydian scale mode. It's a Mixolydian arpeggio, basically. So we're going flat 7. Let me turn this down. Flat 7, root, 3rd, 5th, 6th, flat 7 again. So let's just stop there. Go from octave, up the octave here. Flat 7, root, 3rd, 5th, flat 7, 6, flat 7 again. And then instead of going to the 1 like you might hear, like you would want to do, land on a 9 up here. So if you want to write these out, if you want to, make your own tab or something, this is what's going on. These are the scale degrees. It's flat, and I say flat 7, 3rd, so on and so forth, because once you know that and it sticks in your head, you can kind of do that anywhere in any key. If I say flat 7, I just basically change this to this, and now I'm in A. I can do the same lick in A. Anyway, so flat 7, root, 3rd, 5th, 6th, flat 7, 9. So let's just play that much of it. And that's what actually I would suggest if you're just trying this out, trying it on for size. Start with the first few notes. Just do that first little arpeggio, right? Get that down until that really just feels comfortable and natural and stuff. Then just add another note. Add another note. And so on and so forth until you build as much of the phrase as you can at a certain speed. So that's the lick. That's the beginning of the lick. Another thing that I will say about this lick that's really handy, is that we're doing alternate picking, which is down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Always down, up, down, up. Your right hand is sort of your metronome, right? You're always playing a down stroke on a down beat, up stroke on an up beat, right? And so we're going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? That's the first part of that lick. And that's the way this should be played to kind of keep you going, keep the train chugging, right? The hard part a lot of times is the string crossing and, what some players will refer to as maybe inside playing or outside playing, like if I'm playing this arpeggio, down, up, down. When I do up on this D string and down on the G string, I'm almost trapped, if you will, in between the two strings. That can be hard sometimes, making that transition. But anyway, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then likewise, sometimes you'll... Oh my gosh, guys, my phone ran out of space. I'm sorry. I had to dump some stuff off the phone to make space for this video, which tells me I'm going long-winded. Okay. Talking about the lick again. So, what we've got is flat 7, root, 3rd, 5th, 6th, flat 7, 9. That's the first part of the lick. Now we need to come back down. That's the next part of the lick. All right, get that under your belt. This is kind of the cool, wacky, double back sort of part of the lick. Blues scale note, flat 5. That I play on that quite a lot. It adds a lot of tension, right? You've got dissonance there. It's just cool. That's kind of how that feels. Again, that sort of inside the strings playing. Down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. Typical blues, John Mayer sort of thing, and every other blues player that's ever picked up the guitar sort of thing. Just hammer on the 3rd. Right, it's also got this weird little pull off. So. So down, up, down, up, down. So that's the last part of that lick. Anyway, it's chromatic stuff. It's mixing the scales to create color, right? You're trying to create color with as many notes on that palette as you can without getting too crazy. Okay, let's put it in context. What I've got is just this little MIDI file. I use this program called Chord Pulse. Check it out. It's cool for practice and stuff. I got a little MIDI file I dropped into Pro Tools. I'm just going to play this lick over it just to give you an idea of the kind of sound you'll end up getting if you haven't already got that by now. And then I'll quit. I'll shut up and get out of here, and comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this is helpful. Let me know if any of it is just stupid and not making sense, if I'm not explaining it well. I'd love to go over any of it. Take a video or something of yourself doing the lick. Send it to me. I'd love to see it. Post it. Tag me in it. Let me see your progress on it. It's not a terribly difficult lick, but for some players it may be a little bit advanced with the whole different scales and scale mode and alternate picking and this sort of thing. But let me know what you think about it. Let me know if this is helpful. If you'd like to see any other types of lessons, let me know. I could ramble on and on and on forever about scale modes and how to use them and that sort of thing, or just different styles of blues and different types of blues licks. Or if you just want me to do another lick like this and kind of go over where it came from and how you can use it, that'd be great. Just let me know. See you later.